Can you show me a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown, obscure, and wicked men. Good evening to us, pastors and distinguished guests.
Good evening.
Your pursuit of excellence is the measure of your desire and motivation to surpass your previous performance, even when it is the best in the world, even when no one else is watching you. The specific purpose of this message is to let you know that you can, if you think you can. It was Gandhi who said that, told that it is be the change that you would like to see. The only person standing between who you are today and who you would like to be is you yourself. Jonathan Livingston Seagull is a book that has inspired me for several years. It's about an ordinary bird with no extraordinary skills except its desire to fly. When all other seagulls fought for crumbs of fish in the fishing boat and squabbled on the shore, Jonathan would push past his limitation, trying to fly higher and faster than he ever did. This upset his folks, and they cast him out for reckless and irresponsible flying. In a voice befitting ceremony, an elder said, "Jonathan Livingston Seagull, stand to center for shame, for violating the tradition and dignity of the Gulf family. One day you'll learn that irresponsibility does not pay. Life is about the unknown and unknowable. Accept that you're put in this planet to eat and live as long as you possibly can." And then all of the seagulls turned their backs on Jonathan and said, "The brotherhood is broken." What pained Jonathan was not that solitude, but that his folks refused to believe or accept that a greater glory awaited them in flight. Then two seagulls take him to a higher plane of existence, where he meets other seagulls who enjoy flying. They are mentored by the wise seagull Chang. He learns not only to fly higher and faster, but the art of perfection. To fly as fast as thoughts to anywhere, Chang told him, is to begin by knowing that you have already arrived. Several people have broken the barriers mankind has held over centuries. About 100 years ago, it was believed that man cannot run a mile in less than 4 minutes. Then one day, and it was attributed to medical sciences, then one day Roger Bannister, a medical student himself, ran the mile in less than 4 minutes in 1954. Today, anybody who goes to Olympics for long distance sprint does it in less than 4 minutes. The past is not equal to the future. Consider a man with no formal education losing his job at 22. Gets into business, loses business 23. His girlfriend dies at 26. Has a mental breakdown by the time he's 27. Loses the US Senate several times by the time he's 48. What do you expect of such a person? Let's be frank. Nothing. But then this man didn't give up. By the time he was 51, he became the President of the United States of America. His name? Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. So what are the ingredients of excellence? Goals, commitments, friends, attitudes, and ideas. In a study conducted by Yale University in 1952, it was found that only 3% of those surveyed had some goals. 20 years later, when they were interviewed again, it was found that these 3% had more wealth than the balance 97% put together. Nothing becomes dynamic unless it is specific. Selecting the right goal is as important as trying to achieve them. Like placing the ladder on the right wall is as important as climbing them. Goals leads to focus. Somehow clearness leads to clear minds. Somehow the clutter outside influences the clutter inside. Just think of the garbage that is in developing countries and those in developed countries. Seymour Cray, the designer of supercomputers, had only one geometrically designed paper and pen on his table. Then there are forces, both internal and external, trying to divert you from your goals. But do not lose your focus. Just keep your thoughts and words aligned to the direction you want your life to go. A society that scorns excellence in plumbing, because plumbing is a humble job, but tolerates shortness in philosophy, because philosophy is an exalted job. Let me tell you, neither the pipes nor the theories will hold water. Wasn't Sylvester Stallone born with a palace face and a slurred speech? Is he not an internationally acclaimed superstar today? This wouldn't have happened if he was not focused on his goals. This also shows that skills are learnable. They are not genetically determined. What the mind can conceive, it can achieve. This brings focus leads to commitment. Do you know that Walt Disney had 203 rejections before one bank accepted its claim for financing? Well, that's commitment. A committed person knows that there is no failure, there is only feedbacks. Guys, can you tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. You are only the average of the people you share your thought life with. So, everything starts with a belief. Your environment somehow influences your mindset. So surround yourself with people whose lives you would like to emulate and how you would like to feel. Because energies are contagious. Clean out toxic images that diminishes your happiness. Reconsider the time you spend watching negative images like violence, war and sadness on TV. Spend time doing things that matter and elevates you. Guys, have you had a good idea and forgot to write it down? It has happened to me several times. Consider having a notepad and a pen in your pocket. Didn't Gandhi think of freedom without violence? Didn't Bill Gates think of a computer on every desk? Didn't the person who found Velcro, invented Velcro, already noticed that burst of plant was sticking to his legs? Now, have they not become realities? So, everyone who chased the zebra did not catch it. But those who got it, chased it. Didn't they? Now that brings me back to another tale. There was an old, dusty, decrepit looking violin lying in an auction center for several years. No one even looked at it. Then one day, a distinguished looking man walked in, picked up that violin and played the most melodious music ever heard. The crowd swelled. There was loud cheering. There was applause. And the bids went higher and higher until it was sold for the most extraordinary price. What happened here? In the hands of a master, even the most ordinary thing becomes extraordinary. You are the master of your life. What are you doing about it?